Okay, so it's been a while, but don't you worry. Leon has been standing there being real mad about vampires, so he hasn't needed to eat or drink anything. Now then, apologies because this is A, going to be a short episode, and B, it's going to be kind of an inconsistent one. Reason being is I switched computers, and because of that, I didn't have my Bandicam settings correct for a while, and as it turns out, having two save files, not the best idea. Lesson learned from that, but thankfully, I only lost one episode's worth of progress, and not only that, because I had so little faith in my sense of direction that I figured I'd get lost in a loop, I actually save-stated partway through, and I didn't really collect anything important or get any new important abilities, so we can just jump in and do this short little area. Of course, the skeletons didn't appear at the beginning, and I apologize about that. I'm sure you really miss the fight with those two skeletons. Just those basic-ass skeletons. And appear at the start of every area. And of course, the doors here aren't locked. Anyway, though, let's actually talk about the area. Anti-Soul Mysteries Lab. That's a hell of a name, and I don't know why they didn't just call it the Alchemy Lab. They've said alchemy. I know that Lament of Innocence knows the term alchemy, but no, we went with Anti-Soul Mysteries Lab, or whatever variation of that name is. I could be paraphrasing the area's name. That's a danger with, like, every area theme in this game. Anyway, though, a lot of enemies we've seen before, though flame zombies are new. These guys are on fire, so expect a little bit of extra damage due to said fire if those guys manage to land a hit. That being said, if you're used to zombies, you shouldn't really have much of a problem with those dudes. Alright, so, with this axe armor dead, hell yeah! We learn Quick Step 2! So yes, we now have a double dodge! Double dodge, of course, is a little bit more fluid than just a single dodge. There's still a delay at the end of the second dodge, though. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it feels like there's less of a delay than there was for the single dodge. And honestly, like, 2 dodges is all you really need to get out of the way of most things, and quite frankly, it looks cooler, and it feels better, and I'm so glad to finally have this. This is honestly one of my favorite abilities in the game. I know I've mentioned my love for the dodge before, but double dodge is where it's at. This is where things start getting fun. That's also kind of an important ability to have, and why you want to do House of Sacred Remains, or whatever that area is called, first. Because there's nothing in that area that really requires a double dodge, but we're going to need our double dodge here. Maybe not in this first loop, but trust me, there's something coming up that really makes use of the double dodge. You're gonna need it. As I was saying, though, beforehand, this first area has a lot of familiar enemies, though some of them appear a little sooner than they did in House of Sacred Remains. Not for this initial loop, though. And speaking of the initial loop, we're actually done with the initial loop, so let's leap back over here. Yep, I'm just doing editing like that now. I'm gonna make the non-com version more tolerable. Alright, so, as I said, short episode, but hey, we're back in business, and that means I should be updating more regularly, and also, like I said, using more than 2 save files, because they're virtual memory cards anyway. What do I care about using up more space?